Hi everyone. In this video, I'm going to explain how you can get standard report based on the raw data by using the visit log report. So the big thing to understand is that the raw data over here has some arrays, and that's very important to understand. So arrays mean that for given dimension, several value may be expected. So typically that's the case for the column, which is action details. So if you look over here, you see ID site. I decide to just get one value. So that's super easy to create a custom report based on dimensions such as this one. But when it comes to this one action detail, that's a nightmare because as you can see in action details, within a given action, within a given visit, you get several actions, and each action is going to have, in fact, a set of dimension. So the idea is, in fact, to use a Python script in order to say that for the given type of action that we selected, instead of having those data which are included within, let's say, an array, we want, in fact, each of them to become an individual rows. And then if we do so, we will then be able to create exactly what we want, which is table report. So let's go for it. So we're going to take a date, let's say the 24th of August, 24th of August. I'm lucky because I had less than 10,000 visits, and I can just go over here and I export it as a JSON file. Okay, so nothing crazy here, just the fact that I'm currently downloading a data set, and thanks to this data set, which will be raw data, I'm going to try to create the report that we can see over here. Okay, you see the one named Evans. I want to get this one. I'm gonna get even a better report because in the script that I created, I even ask to get over here an additional columns. I'm using for this ChatGPT, to whom I'm just making some back and forth questions, where I say, okay, I want you to pick up this data, and this data, and put them next to one another. So here I want my script to be named sample.json. Why do I want it to be named sample.json? Simply because that's the way I called it within my script. So I just want to erase this one. And that's it. Okay. So when it's done, I can just execute my script. Here, this is me who decided it thanks to ChatGPT, such as what are the different referrals that I want to add. I want them all. And then my report is then created. So I can now open it up and see what's inside. So this is my report. As you can see, I succeeded in adding an additional dimension, which definitely fit the need for a custom report. I could have decided to add any dimension that I wish, as everything is within the raw data. And if I make the sum of all of them, I'm getting exactly the magical number that I was expecting, which is the 2,629, which correspond exactly to the one which is over here. So one key thing to take away is like, first, you can use any AI to ask to process the visit log report and create a report exactly like you want. The only thing that you need to tell them is like, hey, in the file that I will give you, one given column is an array. So as it's an array, I want individual rows instead of having an array, because if not, it's kind of a nightmare to analyze. And keep in mind as well that actions is not the only one with an array. You have another type, which is for the e-commerce, which are the orders, because in an order you can get, in fact, several items added to a cart. So that's the, let's say, only the specificities that you need to know. And for the rest, you can create, in fact, whatever you want now, thanks to AI.